Today, we're going to teach you 5 ways of making a good, effective first touch so you can beat your opponent. And to help me out, I brought my good friend PWG and my new friend, Paul WG. So guys, the key to a good first touch is to make sure that you set yourself up nicely to whichever direction you want to go next. So try to avoid just facing the ball directly and simply just killing the ball dead right in front of you, because not only is it going to be super easy to take the ball away from you, you also kind of restrict yourself in where you can go next. So instead, try to make your first touch a directional one, because that way, if you take a direction on your first touch, you're already moving and you can beat the defender much more easily. So if you learn this and also learn some of the skills I'm going to show you on top of that, it will mean that you can beat the defender with one touch only. Yep. So first up, we have the Dennis Bergkamp touch, which you can do when you have the back towards the defender and he or she is relatively close to you. So when the ball is coming towards you, you use the outside of your foot and gently lift your toes to kind of make the ball go in a small chip around the defender. And then of course you run the other way around, hoping that the defender is going to follow your movement instead of the ball's. But what you need to be aware of is that there's not a second defender supporting Paul WG here, because then the loose ball is just going to be super easy to snap up. So before you receive the pass, look around, see is there anyone behind the defender straight behind you, and then be sure that there's actually space when you want to try and pull this move off. Phil. Next up, we have one of the most effective first touch moves when it comes to beating your defender directly. Because if you're in a situation where the defender is a little bit in front of you and to the side, you want to try and open up your body to beat him with the first touch. Because if you see here, I open up my body like this. When I receive the pass, I can actually turn my first touch into a dribble. Meaning that, if you try and spot the difference here, if I just face the ball and kill it directly in front of me, the defender is going to come close. And to get out of that situation, I can either move that way, I don't want that, or I can try and make a very, very hard angle dribble that way. But instead, if I simply just open up my body like this, I can say bye. Now you might also be in a situation where the defender is again relatively close to you, there's a pass coming in, but you want to go in the opposite direction of that you're facing. So what you can do is that when the pass comes, you kind of do a tap with the inside of the foot furthest away from the defender, kind of like when you do a Cruyff turn. Here you just tap it gently behind you, then you turn around and you run after the ball. Because this means that, of course, if you've checked that you have space to run into, you can kind of protect the ball with your body, turn around, and get rid of the defender. Phil. Now, the next trick is something that I honestly don't know the name for, so let's call it the Super Chop 3000. Because if you're in a situation where you'd normally open up your body to take that brilliant directional first touch away from Paul WG, you can also do this. If the ball is coming from down here, rolling towards you, you open up your body, but you make a small little chop towards where the ball actually came from. And if you combine this with a little cheeky shoulder drop, it's going to be extremely difficult for Paul WG or any defender to know what on earth is going on. Phil. Now, I know I told you not to do it, but if you still find yourself in a situation where you're facing the ball straight on and you're not able to open up your body to get that sweet directional first touch around the defender, there is still something you can do, and that is to use the outside of your foot. What you want to do here is when the ball comes in, you want to angle your foot so that when you then open up your body finally, the foot is basically going to push the ball in the right direction for a sweet first touch. You simply just need to make sure that your first touch with the outside is good, so you don't push it like 40 meters down the line, because then Paul WG is going to catch you and kick you down. Phil. But of course, we didn't just bring in one of the world's best freestylers to pass me the ball. So this is a little bit of PWG freestyle first touch sauce.
So when I have to do a first touch, I obviously want to make it count. So for me, it's style over necessity. So this move is extremely difficult, extremely risky, extremely unnecessary, but it looks cool.
you, useless but cool.
So there you have it, my friends, 5 first touch moves that you can use to beat the defender. But which player out there do you think actually has the best first touch in the world? Well, as always, you should let me know in the comment section right down below. And of course, if you want to look fly like PVG and myself in the Adidas Unisport pack, you can go and cover all of the boots in the link to unisportlife.com right over there. But not before, of course, you've gone to subscribe to the channel with the notifications on if you haven't done so already. And maybe if you want to learn even more football skills, you can click the playlist and watch some more videos right down there. With that said, guys, I'm signing off. Cheerio.